this is a list of my top 10 black quarterbacks. And before I even begin with the list, I don't need people jumping in the comment section, oh, so-and-so isn't black, he's biracial. I don't want to hear that. Because if you did not know that they were biracial, as soon as you saw them, you would say they were black. So I don't want to hear, he's not black, he's biracial, he's just as much white as he is black and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear that. Also, I am basing my list not solely off like MVPs or Super Bowls. I am mainly basing my list off of actual stats, passing yards, passing touchdowns. How many interceptions did they throw? What was their completion percentage, which a lot of people overlook because some quarterbacks have a very low completion percentage and a high interception rate. So running, I'm factoring that in too, but my list is mainly off of passing ability. The fact that you can run too is a plus, but I'm mainly basing it off passing. So at number 10, I have Michael Vick. Michael Vick is probably my top 5 favorite quarterback of all time. But I have to put him only number 10 on the list because he had a low completion percentage. And I feel like he didn't have enough weapons when he was in. If he would have been in Philly, I feel like for majority of his career, he probably would have did better. And if he didn't have the whole thing where he had to lose 2 years of his career going to jail. But I have Michael Vick as my number 10 black quarterback of all time. As my number 9 quarterback, I have Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper was a big, strong quarterback. And then he ended up getting injured. So I feel like that derailed his career a little bit. But when it was him, Randy Moss, and Chris Carter in Minnesota, Dante Culpepper was a beast. You see, he made 3 Pro Bowls. He had a rocket for an arm. Dante Culpepper was an absolute beast. So I got him as my number 9 black quarterback of all time. I know some people may have a problem with this, but at number 8, I actually have Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, passing-wise, has already done enough passing-wise to be considered a top 10 black quarterback of all time. Yes, he don't have the playoff wins, but again, I'm not going to say strictly, but I'm mainly basing this off his ability to pass the ball. And Dak Prescott can put up numbers, but again, this is based off his passing ability, and that's one thing that you may not like the Cowboys, but Dak Prescott can pass the ball. So I have him at number 8. As my number 7, I have Ronald Cunningham. The reason why I have Ronald Cunningham at number 7 is mainly because of the completion percentage. Yes, he has 4 Pro Bowls and 1 All-Pro. And I feel like if Ronald Cunningham played in today's league, he'd probably be a top 5 or 6 passer. But for his time and the interceptions, he had a lot of interceptions also. But believe me, no down in Ronald Cunningham, he was a dog. That's why I only have him at number 7. 5, 6, and 7 was actually the toughest for me to choose because they're interchangeable. So at number 6, I have Steve McNair. Steve McNair could have easily went to number 7 or number 5. That's why I say 5, 6, and 7. Those are probably the hardest for me to pick because I was going, okay, should I put him here, here? But Steve McNair was kind of just like Dante Culpepper, a big, strong quarterback, get to throw the ball deep, and him and Peyton Manning won MVP in 2003. He went to the Super Bowl and came like 1.5 yards short from winning the Super Bowl. So RIP to Ad McNair, definitely one of the best black quarterbacks of all time. At number 5, I got Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb was a hell of a quarterback. I feel like it's personality why a lot of people don't put him on like top quarterback lists. But if we're going strictly off his playing ability, Donovan McNabb was a hell of a quarterback. That you cannot take that away from him. He didn't have any MVPs or All Pros, but he went to 4 straight NFC Championship games. He had 6 Pro Bowls. He had almost 40,000 passing yards. His completion percentage is kind of low, and I'm actually surprised by that because I would have never thought it would have been 51%. But at number 4, I got Cam Newton. Cam Newton, like crazily, Cam Newton has a lot of passing. I didn't realize Cam Newton had that many passing yards. And I damn sure didn't realize he had that many. Look how many rushing touchdowns Cam Newton had. He got 75 rushing touchdowns in 10 years. He got 3 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro, 1 MVP, led his team to a 15-1 where they lost. I'm a Bronco fan, so of course I'm happy that they lost to the Broncos. Before I get to my top 3, I'm going to give some honorable mentions for black quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson. The reason why I cannot put Lamar Jackson in the top 10 yet is because I need more than 1 season of 3,000 yards passing. He's in his 6th season and he's only threw for 3,000 yards 1 time. Colin Kaepernick, I just feel like after Jim Harbaugh left, that actually just like went, and then he lost his receivers and stuff. He was never the same. Doug Williams, I feel like he was a late bloomer. He didn't really get his chance until later on in his career. Teddy Bridgewater is a journeyman. You got Cordell Stewart, Robert Griffin III. Continuing with the list, I got number 3, Warren Moon. Warren Moon, I feel like because he was with the Oilers, they kind of expansion type team, the Houston Oilers, he was a gunslinger. He had the yards, but he also is like Brett Favre. He had a whole bunch of interceptions. You can't have 291 touchdowns, then have 233 interceptions. So, but with that being said, I feel like he didn't have the players around him that all these other quarterbacks had also. But I got Warren Moon in my number 3. So in my number 2, I have Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got a 65% completion percentage. Almost all the touchdowns that he has, all the rushing yards, the rushing touchdowns, the playoff wins. He got a Super Bowl. He got 9 Pro Bowls. Russell Wilson he probably will pass Warren Moon in like 2 or 3 years in passing yards. But you might not look like Russell Wilson's personality, but you can't just like doubt his ability. And of course, at number 1, is gonna be Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to hear, Patrick Mahomes' mom is white and his dad is black. He's biracial. He's not. Patrick Mahomes would be considered a black quarterback. Patrick Mahomes may already be a top 5 not even just black quarterback. He's the best black quarterback of all time. But Patrick Mahomes already in his 6 years may already be a top 5 quarterback of all. He definitely, I would say, top 10. I don't know if he's top 5 yet. But and then as a Bronco fan, but this dude, he already has 5 Pro Bowls, been to 3 Super Bowls, 2 All-Pros, 2 MVPs, won 2 Super Bowls. But yes, that is my list for top 10 black quarterbacks of all time.